Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a new Cut to You design team layout. So for this one I will be using the Bubbles of Fun cut file, and when I first saw it I just totally knew that needed to be the cut file that I used for my layout for this month. So here you can see I have 3 photos that I'm using. I wanted the cut file to not take up the whole layout, but to take up most of it. And so I am going to put it in that top left-hand-ish corner area. And right now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the photos. So I'm going to kind of play with a couple different placements, as you can see. And then this is the last placement that I try out, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to start matting the photos, and this bigger photo, I wonder if those of you who have been following me for quite a while can tell me who this child is before I tell you, because it's one of my 3 boys, and there's 2 of them that looked exactly the same as babies and toddlers. So I'm really curious who you think this baby is before I tell you. Anyway, so this is my youngest child, actually, Tinian. Him and Brennan looked identical when they were about this age all the way until they were like 2 or 3. And it's just so funny to me how much they looked alike. Because we will get them confused in photos all the time. I mean, I know who they are, but even Tinian will be like, oh, is that me? And it's like, no, that's Brennan. So it's really funny. So here you can see I am just layering and adding some pretty pattern peepers just to kind of make these photos pop off the background. I knew that I wanted this to be a mainly white layout, especially around where the cut file is. So here I'm going to embellish around the photos. I'm going to use a couple different collections. I think the ones that I'm pulling from right now are, I think it was the Faith collection from Illustrated Faith. And it's kind of interesting, right, that you can use a faith-based collection for just a cute photo sesh of my baby in the bathtub. So let me kind of explain why I picked these photos. When I saw Bubbles of Fun, the cut file, I knew I wanted to do some bath time photos. I haven't scrapbooked a ton of Tinian when he was a baby. I mean, I really haven't scrapbooked a ton of Tinian. I've started scrapbooking him more recent just because I've realized, I'm never going to get caught up. I need to do photos of this kid. And so I'll do recent photos and layouts of him, but I haven't scrapbooked a lot of him as a baby. So I decided for this one that I wanted to do bath time photos of him because I don't think I've ever scrapbooked a bath time photo of him. Except I did actually do a layout of him when he was a newborn. And that one is also one of my favorite bath time photos layouts. So here you can see I am just embellishing and just having a lot of fun with the embellishing around the photos. My first idea with this cut file was that I was going to pour tons of sequins and do sequin pockets into a few of the bubbles. I'm going to do that here in a few minutes. Okay, so here you can see I am gluing down the cut file first. I forgot that I decided to do that. And what I used to glue it down is just what's it called? It's just the liquid glue. Yeah, anyway, I will try to remember to link it below. It's from Close to My Heart. Okay, so now here you can see I am pouring out the sequins, and this was my first idea. I was going to put them in piles and glue some of them down and then also do like shaker pockets on a few of them. So I'm putting them all out on the layout, and I know this probably makes you cringe, but it doesn't make me cringe. I'm just like, let's just get this done. So I'm going to start gluing them down, and then I realize this is gonna take forever. So I decide I don't want to do the sequin piles. So I'm going to just kind of glue a few clusters here and a few clusters there of these sequins on a couple of the bubbles just scattered around the layout. Here you can see I decided, okay, I need to just get all of these sequins off this page. I really like how this looks actually, so I considered just leaving them where they're at and then gluing them in random order. And I'm actually going to get annoyed with it in a little bit here. I'm not going to make you watch me glue all of these down because this is very time consuming. Okay, so here is where I decide the title needs to pop off of the background a little bit. And so I'm going to use just my, oh, what is this? I think it's just an American Crafts pen or marker, and I'm going to outline, well, the inside, not the outside, so not an outline. An inline? Is that what you would call it? I don't know. I'm going to trace around the inside of the title just so that it stands out a little bit more. In reality, what I should have done was maybe, did the packaging technique or something behind at least part of the cut file, but I didn't. So here I got an idea from my scrappy friends. They suggested that I add some pattern papers to a few of the bubbles, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I love this idea. So I only have this, I think that's like 1/2 inch, I don't know, but it fit perfectly in the smaller ones. It didn't fit obviously in the bigger ones. So I'm going to try to cut out a little bigger circle to put in the big ones, and it's not going to work at all. So I'm just going to stick to these little 1/2 inch circles, and I'm going to pop some of them up. I did try to do a 1 inch bubble, but it was too big, or 1 inch circle, whatever. It was too big. So this is where I'm going to try to cut it down, and it turns out super wonky. And so I was like, no, you know what? I'm just not even going to worry about it. And so I scratched that idea. I'm going to pull out some fun foam and back a couple of them on fun foam. Here I'm off trying to find other colors of paper. I wanted to add in more than just the blue and the stripe. So here I try again to use that 1 inch punch. That doesn't work. I did try to cut around the cut file, the negative cut file piece. It just didn't look good to me. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to scratch that idea. So here I'm going to pop up this yellow one, and I really love how they turned out. I only popped up, I think 3 of them, and then 3 of them I just left glued down, or 4 of them I think. And I do end up adding or doing the lining of the inside of a few of the bubbles. And then that is going to be the end of my layout. Make sure you run on over to the Cut to You blog. I have a blog post up there. And then also check out my blog, and I'm going to try to be posting a bit more on my blog. I will leave links below. But I'm so excited and so happy with how this layout turns out. Make sure to check out the Cut to You shop as well. I will leave all those links below. And if you love this layout, go ahead and hit that like button, and I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Bye.